Okay. Hey, everybody, welcome into AIU. Dave and Junaid here, talking about the explosion of AI ads in the Super Bowl. Overall, Junaid, do you feel like they were effective? Just overall, I thought they, generally speaking, sucked, like the game.
Yeah, the game was questionable. I mean, I had already called it. My son even called it that, Seahawks are going to win.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, all right, you got a point there. But then the other thing that I realized that as I'm watching these ads, I'm like, wow, they are all AI companies are stepping it up. And it kind of makes sense that they are stepping it up because the technology is better than it was 3 years ago.
Well, it really makes sense that AI dominated the ads because it is propping up our entire economy. It is
Yeah.
propping up the markets. It is 650 billion in capital spend by just 5 companies in
Yeah.
2026. So all
Uh,
things are headed in that direction. In the game, 15 of 66 ads, that's about a quarter of all ads
yeah.
were AI. That's 120 million in cash. The only ominous part, Junaid, is it reminds people of the crypto bull. I don't know if you remember 2022,
Mm-hmm.
all crypto ads. And then what happened? FTX exploded, and the rest is history. And we really
Yeah.
haven't seen many crypto ads back, though Coinbase was in the game. So let's start with the ads we liked. And I think yours is an interesting one. You liked Amazon, and this was one that I think people probably remembered for many reasons. Here's a little clip.
Look at this little beauty I found in the garden.
Nice snake, Chris.
Hey, whoa, what is that?
Our new Alexa Plus.
She's not living here. That is full-on AI. One minute we're all buddies, then the next minute she's trying to kill us.
Now, Chris, how exactly would I do that?
A million different ways. Maybe I'm taking out the trash.
The door's jammed. Take a closer look while I pull up a tutorial. A little to the left.
You're a widow.
Right.
Okay, what did you like about it?
Well, first of all, we know the actor, like Chris Hemsworth, Thor. He's playing so many different characters, and he brought the whole thing together, right? I think that's what's the attractive part of it. And then that scene when the garage door is dropping, it actually gave me the creeps because it reminded me of the original "I Know What You Did Last Summer" movie.
Yes, good call. Now, I liked it because I love Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's beautiful. I think he's my
Yes.
wife's one hall pass in the world. It's for the Alexa AI in home. The only thing I didn't like about it, first off, I thought it was a great ad,
Hmm.
but it gave me the creeps to think about how many places in my home AI may soon have leverage. That freaks me out a little bit. I'm not
Yeah.
ready for that world. Are
Hmm.
you?
I'm not ready either because when we had our kitchen renovated, 3 of the appliances has Wi-Fi enabled. But did I add them to my Wi-Fi? No, I did not.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them accessing my Wi-Fi. I don't want to control appliances that you need to be in front of to turn on.
No doubt.
How about
I'd
that?
agree. My favorite ad, not overall, but in the AI category, was easy because for me, an ad, if it gets me here,
Hmm.
it works. And this one did from Google Gemini.
That's my room.
Yeah, it's next to mine.
Mm.
And watch.
Wow. Can it be blue?
Yeah.
And Charlie's bed can go right there?
Here?
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, I just changed my mind. That was
Yeah.
my favorite ad from the game.
Yeah.
Period, because it hits me as a father right here.
Hmm.
It shows me not the evil side of AI, but just how wonderful those tools can be. What did you think
Yeah.
of that?
No, it integrates your real life, like how you would be imagining things, especially if you're moving in a new home. What would you think about? So it's integrating in your life on how you can actually use this thing for good. And Google's known for that thing because they do create applications for good, right? We're using their email, we're using their documents, we're using Excel spreadsheets and whatnot. So why not now bring it into photos with AI generation, imagining things that could be, and again, letting you expand your mind.
Yeah, I mean, Google to me is ahead, but I don't know the industry as well as like tech people do. But from afar, I think Anthropic is winning, and we'll get to them as far as businesses go. But Google overall, for me, has just been spot on. I love using the image generator Nano Banana. And that,
Yeah.
by the way, 12.5 million YouTube hits views, which is
Let's go.
massive. It's called A New Kind of Help from Google. Really
Yeah.
like that one. In the middle, I think this was the AI ad that got the most publicity, without a doubt, leading up to the game and even after the ad aired. And it is from Anthropic, or some of you know the company as Claude.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get a six-pack quickly?
Perfect. That is a clear and achievable goal. Would you like me to tailor a personalized workout plan?
Yes.
Perfect. Let me personalize this for you. Let's start with your age, weight, and height. Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Wait, what's going on again? I'm still so confused. Like the
Okay.
big guy is a coach, and he's asking him, "Let me come up with a plan."
You're just putting your finger on why I put this ad in the middle. It was a terrific ad, but it went way over the heads of, I would guess, 90,
Yeah.
85% of the audience that had no idea what the setup was and what that meant. So the tagline at the end is, ads are coming to AI, but not Claude. They're taking a direct shot, a $10 shot at
Yeah.
OpenAI, because ChatGPT has started ads as of the 9th, and they are running today. So the big black Jack trainer is the ad.
Oh.
Ronnie little dude is doing the searches, the queries on ChatGPT, and ultimately he's giving up information. And the ad is totally misleading him, and instead of helping him, it's just selling a service. So great shot at
Yeah.
OpenAI and Sam Altman, but I don't think anyone had any idea what they were. Did you? Or
I had no idea if this was a Claude ad, or Anthropic ad, or the other way around. But now that you put it in this context, yes, we have been hearing that ChatGPT is going to have ads in it. The majority of the population, though, I don't think they care. I don't think they care at all.
bingo. And you know what it didn't do? It didn't sell Claude.
No, it didn't.
Sell Anthropic. No. Which I think is weird. Like, using $10 million, that's chump change for multi-billion-dollar companies, but I would think you would use that Super Bowl spotlight with 100 million people to sell your service, not to take a shot at someone else. But
I agree.
Got a lot of attention, and that ultimately is the goal of a Super Bowl commercial. One you
Yeah.
like, we're going to put this one also in the middle, is from GenSpark.
Spark, give me the day off. I'm skipping work today. You should too, Stu. Spark, finish his slide deck. Now you're not working from home. Hey, you put on pants.
Okay, so I assume this is a throwback to Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Is that what?
That's what I'm thinking, because he technically took a day off. He set up his room so it could automatically answer the phone. It could automatically answer if somebody knocked on the door, right? Using AI back then in 85, he set up a way that it could automatically answer other people trying to get his attention while he's out gallivanting in the city.
Okay, then I do like it. Then I do. The only thing is, I've watched the ad a couple of times, and I expected something a little more overt when it comes to Ferris Bueller's, like, twist and shout, or like
Right.
Cameron in the Red Wings jersey, or the car.
Yeah.
Or something, Rooney 9 times, like something that really drives home one of the great movies of all time. I thought the Ferris referencing was just a little bit too
It's just a
subtle.
hint. It's very subtle because again they have to account for the general population who's watching the ad, right? There's younger population, there's older population. So maybe a teeny bit of people who are our age will get it, but the younger audience, like, who's this guy? What's this Gen Spark business? Is doing my homework, is doing my slide deck. Sure, cool. How cool is the application? What's happening? We'll see at the end of next year, or we'll see next year if they come back, because that's the
Yeah.
other thing.
And at the end of it, I got this squeezy feeling because with OpenAI, with frankly AI as a technology, it's this double-edged sword. Like, I was watching the ad thinking, oh, it can do a lot of cool stuff for you. But by the end, the feeling in my stomach was, oh, God, that's going to take millions of jobs. Gen Spark may alone take hundreds of thousands of jobs from our economy. Sure, it's going to make your day easier, but those are things that used to make you employable and that used to hire junior staffers. So I don't know
I
whether
mean,
you're excited about those things or not.
I think it's a combination from my perspective because the CEO of one of these companies requires every single employee to use AI before they ask for resources at the company. Like, if you want to hire a new person, can AI do that yet? Have you leveraged its technology, its power? Because again, it makes any user or any employee 10 times, even 20 times better than instead of throwing in a new person in the mix. So
I'm just
the
freaked
question,
out by it because of job replacement. I mean, again, yes, it makes your life, your day easier.
yeah,
But will that lead to a 4-day week, and will that lead to a 20% reduction in pay? And look, these are the questions that we are going to dive into as we continue to do this podcast.
yeah,
There's a lot of good, there's a lot of bad.
there is, yeah.
And speaking of bad, my bad AI ad is from something I enjoy a good drink. Okay, I even like a decent glass of vodka or martini, but this AI ad from Svedka, no.
No,
What did you think of it?
no, no, thanks. We're not there yet, and bots cannot drink. We've seen this in movies.
And it spilled out all over.
It spill all over.
I mean, like, there's a lot wrong with this ad.
Yeah.
But the martini spilling out the neck was one. But the point of the ad was to get off the chatbot, to get off of AI and go shake your ass. Well, then why haven't I just thought that missed.
Wouldn't they be serving the people who are getting
No,
right?
that's a great idea.
Right.
That would have been better execution. I
Yeah.
think the point of the ad, they totally misfired on. Here's the other thing that's just baffling about it, Junaid, is usually to AI generate an ad, you do that to save money. That's really the only reason. It's cheap. They just spent $10 million on the ad. So why save money? I don't like anything about this ad, and I will not drink Svedka vodka because of that.
There we go.
You didn't like anything about it either.
No,
The song
the
was
music
alright.
might have been cool, right? They had a good track. That's about the most, and they probably spent $1 million just to license the track to play on here too, because it is a copyright music.
Yeah, it was a good I do like Super Freak. That's a good one. All right, so this ad is the last ad we're going to talk about is from AI.com, and boy, it's really tough. It really depends upon how you gauge success of a Super Bowl commercial, because by one metric, you could argue this was the single most successful ad during the Super Bowl, but by another metric, you might say they blew it. Here it is. Okay. I had no idea what AI.com was.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone that was in the room with me was like, ooh, what is AI.com? And so you could say this was very successful because people
Mm-hmm.
searched the shit out of AI.com.
Yes.
Millions,
Yes,
and
they
when
did.
got out their credit card, I think you included.
Mm-hmm. And so the reason they ask you for the credit card so they can verify that you are an actual person, because when you do sign up, they're like, hey, reserve your username.
Okay.
And they showed Mark Zuckerberg, Sam Altman, and Elon Musk, right? Those are the names that they mentioned. So if you're Mark, go reserve your name,
It's funny.
Mark.
I didn't notice until Elon. That was the only one that jumped out to me.
Right.
Thank
It
you
didn't
for
jump
pointing
out to
that
me
out,
till I
man.
watched it the second time today. And so you register your username, and
Okay.
then you're just like, okay, register a username for your AI bot. So you get to register 2 usernames. One is your bot, one is your agent, and one is you, which is kind of interesting. So I don't know what's going to happen. But the other backstory that you probably researched about AI.com is how much the guy spent to go buy the domain
How
name.
much
$70 million.
to
And
go
he buy
buy
to buy
AI?
AI.com. Yes. So AI.com was originally owned by ChatGPT, OpenAI, had AI.com. Then Elon Musk, when he got XAI or Grok, he went and bought it from them. So he was the last owner. And then this guy, who's the CEO of Crypto.com, bought AI.com for $70 million. And this just happened like maybe last year sometime.
There's a lot of backstory with this ad. So that's not
Yes.
all. That's a fascinating story. Thank you for that one. But it was so successful that it crashed. They could not handle the traffic, and the CEO of
Yes.
the company, the guy that I guess just paid that $70 million, apparently got on X and was trying to explain what exactly happened. But ultimately, in the end, what I was searching today is people don't know what AI.com is still. And it's not really clear what their service is because you're not necessarily claiming a domain name right now, right?
Yeah, you're basically just claiming your own username so that you could be, just like you have x.com/your username or facebook.com/your username, right? It's your handle. That's what they were asking to do.
AI.com becomes a big thing.
Exactly. That's what they're hoping to build. And knowing that they're part of or they're backing the CEO owns crypto.com, it might have to, again, this is the second crypto that came back in this year's Super Bowl outside of Coinbase, doing the song from Backstreet Boys.
Oh yes, I actually liked the ad in terms of entertainment,
Yeah.
but not effectiveness. So it's always
Right.
like you always have to figure out what your priority is. Are you just trying to get attention? Like I think it was Coinbase that one year when they just had literally like a
The QR code jumping around. Yep, that was
Yeah,
them.
like- some people hated that, but I thought that's a hit because everybody got up there. I even opened a wallet that I never got used, but I opened
Right.
a wallet.
Yeah.
So interesting. All right, one final question. Parting words. Should people use chat bots to write their resume and write cover letters? Because I've been experimenting with it recently, and I'll like write my own cover letter, and then I'll have Gemini, in this case, write a cover letter, and they're just usually better. So I don't know what to do. What would be your advice to people in that regard?
So
They offer a combination of the two. You?
I do. I agree. It needs to be a combination. You need to bring in your stories into the mix, right? Your personality, your humanity into it. Now, I've been using AI for the past 4+ years in the podcasting space, and it's gotten a lot better because now you can set up guardrails, you can set up context, you can set up your backstory in it. So now when it speaks or creates content for you, it's again using you as the context and guardrail to then create content from that perspective. But if you think about it, if you go to a professor and you talk to a professor about something, hey, how would I do this better? They have a lot more experience and they give you that a better feedback. And that's what AI does for us because it has all of that context. So it's able to come up with a better level of content or level of resume per se. But then what you also want to do, the reason it sounds and looks so good is because it's a higher education, or they use many
Yeah.
better words. But the fact of the matter is, most
They're not
people
all normal words.
not yeah, exactly. So most people read at a 6th and 8th grade level. So then you have to say, hey, dumb it down or write it from the perspective of an 8th grader. And that's why you want to bring your own, you know, spice
Yeah,
into it.
I should tell it to dumb it down to like a sports broadcaster type guy like
Yeah.
myself. And the one tip I do have is they add they can't break this. Both ChatGPT and Gemini have dashes or
The,
hyphens.
they call it the M dash.
Yes, and if you leave those in, I assume you ain't getting a job.
Everybody knows. Yeah.
What's
Everybody
the deal
knows.
then? So it's called the M dash. I didn't know that. What's
So
the problem?
here's the deal, right? So M dash was initially used by professors and by university writings. So they would use an M dash to convey some message. So because AI has been trained on all that knowledge base, it's now putting in every single person's thing. So now people are explicitly going through their copy that they grab from AI and removing that M dash, either closing that sentence, adding a comma, adding a semicolon. So again, do it the way you want to do it. That again shows
I
that
thought
you
it
did
was
a little bit of it.
glitch, not a learned behavior. That's why Junaid Ahmed is much better at this stuff than me. Thanks for joining us, everybody, on this AIU. We want to know what AI ads you loved, which ones you hated. Give us some feedback. We want this to be a conversation. Good to talk to you, brother. Let's do
Yeah.
this next week.
Let's do it. Thanks.